What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, thanks for tuning in. So this should be a fairly quick video for you guys. I don't want it to be very long. By the title of the video, you might be able to tell what we're going after. Last Sunday, I uploaded the video of going through and completely soundproofing my 7.3 Powerstroke. If you haven't seen it and you're interested, go check it out. The video has done pretty well, better than I expected. Tons of comments on the videos, lots of questions. So thank you all for watching the video one and interacting with it and leaving comments. Really helps out. Really appreciate it. Like I said in that video, I'm going to be giving away an entire set of Kill Mat and Noiko foam to one of you guys to completely soundproof your entire truck or vehicle, whatever you choose to use it on. So today's video one, I'm going to be going through and answering a lot of the questions that you guys had or comments or concerns. There were tons of them, and a lot of them were overlapping, so I figured it'd be easier to just give a little bit of a video for you guys. And two, going to go through and pick the giveaway winner to see who gets the whole set to do their vehicle. Now, kind of how that giveaway will work, like I said, I'll go through and use a random comment generator to pick somebody that left a comment down in that video. I didn't leave this video up, or this giveaway up for very long. Just how it is. There will be more giveaways in the future, but there were a ton of entries. But how it will work is I'll go through, get a random comment generator, pick one of you guys with it, and then I'll have you guys reach out to me, whoever wins it, reach out to me either through my email, which I'll probably put up on the screen, and it's on my channel about page, or you can reach out to me on Instagram, which I'll also put up on the screen. One of the two ways, reach out to me. I can't reach out to you. And then once we connect, I'll get your address, and then I will be talking to Kill Mat, and they will be sending you the 4 boxes of Kill Mat and the 4 boxes of Noiko foam. So they'll be shipping it to you. I won't be. Totally awesome on their hand, saves me a little bit of cash, and it should actually get to you quicker. So that's how it'll work. Whoever gets drawn, reach out to me. I got a little notepad of questions that a bunch of you guys had, questions and concerns and just general stuff. I'll try to go through it fairly quick so this isn't a super long video, but I figured it'd be easier to do it this way than typing out the same response 10 or 20 different times to various different people. So one, how much did all of this stuff cost me? The Kill Mat I used, I went through 2 boxes to do all 4 doors, the floor of the truck, the back cab of the truck, and up the firewall a little bit. Each of those boxes was $58, so that's 116. Doing math on camera here, so we're at 116 bucks in Kill Mat. As far as the Noiko foam goes, I also used 2 boxes of that. No foam on the doors. That was just the cab itself. So 2 boxes of that. They were 50 bucks a piece, so 100 bucks. So that's $216 total. And then the mass-loaded vinyl I used was $93 for 40 square feet. I probably used half of it. The rest of the roll is sitting right here. So I spent $93. I couldn't order it in a smaller quantity. I mean, I could have, but it would have been more expensive. So I spent $93 on that and used half of it. So in total, do some math in my head real quick. $309 total I spent on soundproofing the truck. So now the winner of this giveaway is going to be getting 4 boxes of Kill Mat and 4 boxes of Noiko foam. Like I said, I used 2 of each to do almost everything in the cab of my truck, minus the ceiling and the firewall, or the roof and the firewall. So when I talked to Noiko, I said I think to do everything in a crew cab truck, they would need around 4 boxes. Maybe a little less, but around 4 boxes should cover everything, so that's why we ended up going with that. So that would be over $400 value that whoever wins it is going to win it. So now, what weight did I add to my truck? How much did all this stuff weigh that I threw into the cab of my truck? It's actually not quite as much as I think a lot of you guys thought, and not quite as much as what I expected. The mass-loaded vinyl, or I guess I'll start from bottom up. The Kill Mat that I put in is 17 pounds a box. and I put in 2 boxes of that, so we're at 34 pounds. The Noico foam that I put in is super light. It was 2.5 pounds a box, and I put in 2 boxes of that, so that's 39 pounds. And then the mass loaded vinyl is the heaviest of it all. The entire roll was 50 pounds, and I put in roughly half. I didn't actually measure half, but roughly half, so that's another 25 pounds. So we're looking at 39, 59, 63 pounds, give or take, of material that I put into the cab of my truck. So basically no noticeable difference. The truck's not going to know a difference of 63 pounds. So that's how much weight was in the truck. Now, as far as the effects that it had, a lot of people ask me 2 main questions. One, they're like, all right, well, even if it didn't make as big of a difference in the reducing of sound, how much of a difference did it make on sound quality of your sound system? And how much of a difference did it make on actually blocking heat from getting into the cab? I can say when I coated my doors, without a doubt, there was a increase in sound quality. It's a pretty common thing that when people are doing sound systems in their truck, they apply kill mat or something of the sort. It doesn't have to be kill mat, but some similar product to the metal itself, and that kind of helps create a less rattly, cleaner tone out of your sound system, especially if you're pushing some big subs. You don't want to be that guy driving around with all your car panels rattling, looking like a high school kid. Nothing wrong with that. I was that kid in high school. Had two 12-inch subs in the back of my Bronco. But yes, I can say doing all this stuff, I have noticed an increase in sound quality. And along with that, I have noticed that I am keeping my radio on a lower volume setting than I used to. So either it just sounds better and I don't have to have it as loud, or it's a combination of the truck itself is slightly quieter and the sound quality is better, which helps out. So yes, it did increase in sound quality. It's not anything crazy. Don't expect it to be like, I didn't do anything to my sound system, it's totally stock, and now it sounds like a performance upgraded sound system. But you should probably notice a little bit of a difference. As far as heat blocking goes, I don't have any numerical data for this, but I would say that it does really feel like there is a difference in heat in the cab. It's been 90s to 100 around here the last couple of weeks, and driving around, it does really seem like the Noico foam and the kill mat has made a difference in heat transferring into the truck. I'm in a wheelchair, so I don't feel a whole lot of temperature down below my down on my feet and whatnot, so I can't say the floor feels warmer. I'm not driving barefoot either. But as far as running the AC versus not running the AC, I don't think I have been having to run the AC as heavily. It seems to be doing a pretty good job of blocking heat in the cab. Now, I will say I haven't done the roof of the truck itself, and I'm sure that would also make a significant difference on blocking heat coming down. A lot of people ask me, is this going to make my truck cool sitting out in the sun all day? No. No, it's not. If your truck is sitting out in the sun on a hot day, the entire day, you're not going to hop in after work and it's going to be nice and cool. That being said, I do think it helps keep it a little bit cooler, maybe. And even if it doesn't do that, I think it allows your AC to cool down the truck faster, because not as much of the hot air is getting in, or the heat is getting in, not as much of the cold is getting out. So it's not going to be some miracle thing that your truck's never going to be hot in the summer anymore, but I do think it helps on getting the temperature back down to a good temperature quicker. Now, a controversial thing that is kind of humorous to me. So I had a pretty good amount of people throwing me shade. They're like, you're an idiot, you should have done your research. Obviously, everybody knows that all the sound comes in from the doors, and you just coated your cab and wasted all your time and money. You should have done some research and coated the doors. First and foremost, those people must not have seen some of my previous videos, which totally fine. My doors are coated already. I did that 2 or 3 weeks before doing this. The doors are totally already coated, and they tested less difference than this. Basically, no measurable difference. That is why I went through and did the rest of the cab, because I did the doors already, moving on to the cab. Ironically, when I did the door video, there was a lot of people that said, well, of course the doors aren't going to make a big difference. It's just the doors. All the sound comes in from the firewall and the cab itself. You shouldn't waste your time on the doors. Do the cab. So who's right? I don't know. Measurably, I noticed a better difference in doing the cab. Obviously, I put more sound deadening inside the cab itself. It's kind of just one of those internet things that everybody's right until they're not, but they're pretty sure they're right. I'm not calling anybody out, but it's just kind of one of those things that made me laugh a little bit, because there's people calling me an idiot for not coating the doors. There's people calling me an idiot for coating the doors and not the cab. Everything's coated at this point. Obviously, not the roof, not the firewall. Just kind of funny, gave me a chuckle. I also had a couple guys saying, most of the sound comes from the roof, you should coat the roof. I'm like, okay. You could be right. I don't know. Obviously, I haven't done it yet. We'll find out maybe down the road. Am I going to coat the roof and the firewall? There's probably a decent chance that I will end up doing the roof for the truck. I don't anticipate that's going to make a lot of a difference. In a heavy rainstorm, I think it actually might. Normal driving circumstances, I don't anticipate it'll make a lot of difference, but I do think it'll help out with the temperature of the truck as well, having a little more insulation up there. Chances are I would probably just do the kill mat up top. I don't know, I'll cross that bridge when I get there. As far as coating the firewall goes, again, there's a ton of people that said, of course none of this is going to make a difference or much difference. You got to coat the firewall. I know, I said that. I said multiple times, I fully expect that most of the noise comes from the firewall, and I'm doing this right now just to see what difference it makes. There seems to be a lot of people getting upset that I'm spending my money to show you guys something and give you my experience, which is kind of funny, but that's just kind of how the internet works. People like telling other people how they should spend their money. I'm not throwing shade at anybody. It's humorous to me, but it is what it is. I think a lot of people also don't understand that I'm running this YouTube channel as a business, and I'm investing my own money to help it grow. Doing stuff like this, doing tests like this, and making videos for you guys is helping to grow the business. Part of the reason I do a lot of different videos like this is, one, it's stuff I'm interested in, but two, I think it's stuff that you guys would be interested in learning. I kind of rambled off on a tangent there. Coating the firewall. At some point, I may pull the dash and coat the firewall. At some point, maybe I won't ever do it. I don't know. I don't ever expect my 7.3 to be as quiet as a Cadillac or as quiet as a gas or even as quiet as the newer trucks out there. The technology in those and everything, they're designed and built to be quiet. That being said, I do know it is possible to make these trucks pretty darn quiet. How do I know this? If you check out a guy on Instagram or his YouTube channel is Zachary McFarlane, and his Instagram is E4 Motors, I believe. I'll list him there. He has no idea. I've talked to him a couple times. He does really, really high-end swaps, from going from the 7.3 to swapping the interiors out of the new 6.7 trucks. Not the 17 Plus, but the first generation of 6.7s. And he does an incredible job in doing custom swaps like that. And when he does that, obviously he's ripping everything out of the truck. He coats the inside of the truck, coats the pillars, coats the roof, coats the back wall, and coats the firewall and sound insulation. And he has a couple videos up. They're not specifically about the insulation itself, but especially his own personal truck, it is incredible how quiet he got it in the cab. So I know it's possible. And like I've said, I'm pretty sure doing the firewall will make the biggest difference. If you want to go check out his stuff, feel free to go check it out. He does some pretty cool projects and builds. I think that is all the main questions, comments, and concerns I got. There are various other ones, but overall, I think those were the main points. So now let's wrap up this video and pick a giveaway winner. Pull out the laptop and I will switch you guys over to a screen recording so you can see what I'm doing, make you guys feel like it's a little more fair, or show you guys that it is a fair drawing. So I will switch you guys over to that now. Alright, so hopefully this is working. You guys should be able to see that I am on the video page for the video that I posted. 5,000 views. You guys are awesome. Didn't expect it to do that well. And 253 comments. Now, of course, a number of those are from me because I'm responding to you guys. But overall, you guys killed it. Thank you for that. So then we're going to copy the link here to the video, and we go to this YouTube random comment picker, which is the one I use for basically all my giveaways up until this point. And we are going to post the link there. Filter duplicate users out so you don't get entered in multiple times if you comment more. And then we're going to see how many individual commenters there were. Alright, so 205 different individual commenters. Now we go down here and we are going to pick to see who wins. Drum roll, please. Chris Z recently just got a 1997 7.3 with 78,000 miles on it as your first truck. That is a heck of a find, Chris. I'm impressed. You do not find many 7.3s with that low of miles on it. I can't imagine what you paid for it. Hopefully you got it for a good price. Find a way to lower the cab noise. Obviously OBS, single shot injectors, probably fairly loud. Very interested in the giveaway. Thanks for the video. Chris, you are the winner. Congratulations to everybody that reached out and tried to enter in on this. I also appreciate it. You guys killed it on this video. Really threw it into the algorithms and it did really well. So I appreciate that. Chris, if you could reach out to me either on Instagram or through my email, that would be greatly appreciated. I will give you a little bit of time to see this video. I don't know how long. I'll make it reasonable, close to a week. Reach out to me. If you don't, I will be moving on to the next commenter, but hopefully you reach out to me. Well, there you go. This video is getting longer than it should be. Obviously, I know this was an all-talking video, and a lot of people don't like all-talking, but it was easier for me to do this than to go through and try to type out and respond to every single person in the comments. So if you have comments on the last video, hopefully you made it to this video, and your questions or comments or concerns were addressed. To everybody, again, thank you for entering in. This video did really, really well. Better than I expected, which makes me feel a little bit better because I put in a ton of work both on the project and on the editing of the video, so that's nice. Again, I've said this in the last video, camera battery's dying. If I die and cut out, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm not sponsored by Killmat. They didn't pay me to do any of this. I paid full price for all of their products that I used. They were just gracious enough to provide the product for the giveaway. That was actually going to be for me, but of course I already paid for everything that I used, and so I directed it to you guys, and they were happy to oblige. So thank you, Killmat USA. You've been a good company to work with. In the future, there's a good chance I'll be trying to work with you again on future products or projects. To everybody that's watching, thanks for tuning in again. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. If you guys like the video, leave it a thumbs up. Stay tuned for more projects on the channel. Catch you guys next time.